Today I want to talk about the perfect place to write. I will be looking at two options. One is immersing yourself in the setting, and the second is getting some distance. Which is better? Now I lean in one direction, but let's explore our options. The first one is immersion. This is a little bit like method acting, but for writers. You seek to effectively live in the place that you will create in the fictional world. This on the surface seems to make massive sense, and it seems to make it a lot easier to get going. If you need a little descriptive element, you can borrow from what is right in front of you. You don't need to think, you don't need to imagine, it is right there. And all the time, you're absorbed in that atmosphere. So if you need a breakthrough, if you need new ideas, but you want them to be consistent with that setting, again, you can take them off the shelf. But there is a downside. All this ease of access may make us lazy, unimaginative. After all, what is most interesting is not what is there, but your angle, your take. When you are immersed in that world, if you are stuck or struggling, you naturally turn to the external world to give you the next breakthrough, to offer you the next idea. When you are away from that world, automatically you have to try harder to bridge that gap. You are focusing mainly inside, internally, and relying on your imagination. You are a writer, not a reporter. The reader feels what you felt when you are writing that story. They know if you were cruising, if it was easy. They know how much of yourself you were investing. I want to take an economic concept to illustrate this. And the basic concept is simple. It's around scarcity. The more scarce a commodity is, the higher the price tends to go. There is greater demand, greater desire for that product purely because of its scarcity. If you are already immersed in the setting, it is on tap, it is all around you, but the distance is what makes you care, is what generates the desire. We can leverage that effect by taking physical distance from the place we are writing about. Let me take Dante's Inferno as a wonderful example. Dante wrote this while in exile from Florence, and the whole idea of getting to paradise was a symbol of potentially one day returning to Florence. Think of another example. James Joyce always set his stories in Dublin, but he wrote many of them from Switzerland. The idea we have of Dublin is partly Joyce's mental creation while he was hundreds of miles away. Now, I'm not saying you can't be immersed and imaginative at the same time, but I do believe that this distance makes it easier, makes it more natural, creates a current towards the imagination and towards greater emotion invested in the setting. Of course, what distance also gives you is perspective. When you are too close to things, you cannot pick out what is most meaningful, what is most important. You see all the information, but you don't see the underlying patterns. You cannot see the wood for the trees. Let's take the past as a great illustration. When you're going through events, you have instincts as to what they may mean. You have intimations, but it is only in hindsight that you fully understand what was going on, where it came from, where it was leading. If you really want to see a place clear, put it out of sight. I want to leave you with the idea that these aren't binary choices. You can do a merger. You want both the close-up detail and the big picture. And it's nice to have the contrast. You want to avoid boredom while you are writing. If you are fully immersed in a place and also writing about that place, it can become overkill. Of course, with distance, the reality of that place may fade away, may seem less pressing. You want to find some kind of balance. A beautiful way to try this out is actually to write while on a break, while on holiday. Travel writing is a brilliant example. The way this works is you are completely immersed in a setting, but the setting is brand new for you. You have both the sense of distance because it is different to what you normally experience, and complete absorption. I hope this helps you think a little bit about how to get closer to the reality of what you're writing. It's not necessarily through physical proximity. Then again, you can overdo the distance. You want to find that perfect balance where you can see both the wood and the trees. If you enjoyed this video, please like, leave a comment. You can subscribe. I have more videos coming out soon, and I'll see you next week.